What's going on, guys? Here to make a video on how to put together a Clam Yukon X thermal. I'm currently sitting on my one-man thermal here, and here is the new Yukon X thermal. As you can see right there, got it on sale for 25% off at Field & Stream for the holiday weekend. Pretty stoked about that. But here's all the parts I have on the floor here. Here's the tub. And then there's the smorgasbord of poles and brackets and all sorts of things. And there's the other main poles. So I tried to make a video because I went on YouTube and there's nothing on there. And when I put the one-man thermal together, it was a pain in my butt. So let's see if I can make something happen and put a video together for you guys. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. I'm gonna show you the list of parts that you need to put this thing together. All you need is a 7/16 ratchet and a 3/8 wrench. That's all you need right here. And these are nice. You need a screwdriver, Phillips head. I got two different sizes. I haven't looked at the screws or anything yet, so those three things. And you also need a drill. Mine's hooked up to my auger right now. So take the strap off here. I need to go find a bit to put in the chuck. All right. Lots of battery life. I took this out ice fishing the other day, and I still have full battery on it. It's been sitting in my garage. It's been pretty cold out. These things never die. This is the 5 amp hour Milwaukee battery. I must have drilled probably 15 holes, I think, through 6 inches of ice, and I still have full battery. These things are great. I need to get a Clam plate because I actually sheared the handle off last year. Lake trout fishing sucks, but I'm gonna get the Clam plate so I don't have to replace this whole and take the whole drill apart and replace this part is $80. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy the plate for 80 bucks. You know, so let's get this thing rolling here. I will start the video again in a minute. All right, guys. First step, got to put the rail across the center of the tub here. All these bolts and everything are all numbered. I got them all laid out right here. 6 washers, 2 of these shorter ones right here, 2 medium ones, and 2 long ones. And then obviously your nuts on the back side of it. They're the connect the bracket to the actual tub. And these 2 parts right here, these go in the end of the rail. So I'm gonna start doing this, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, guys, first step's done. Basically, you're putting this piece in first, long bolt through, washer and nut on the back side. Tighten it down by hand. You don't gotta go crazy. And these should be able to move a little bit. Do it on both ends. First step done. Action, you're gonna need 4 of the shorter screws to connect the bracket to the tub. They're not medium ones like I had mentioned earlier. So I'm gonna put these in with washers and nuts on each side and strap her down. All right, guys, I got both of them loose in there right now. Could probably use my drill, but I don't want to over tighten these things, so I'm just gonna do it by hand. These are lock nuts, so you don't gotta go too crazy. You can feel it snug right up. And still gotta do the other side, but I'll just show you the one side here. Fairly easy stuff. You probably want a knee pad when you're doing all this on a concrete floor, but especially if you're an old man. I will continue with the next step. All right, guys, next step. These 2 oddly shaped things are what hold your bars to the front of the sled. From what it looks like it sits like that. These 3 holes line right up. And bolt them down. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. And I will bolt all those down. It looks like it's got all the numbers. You have to look at this to do this, but it's got all the numbers, all the long screws. It looks like these long bad boys, and a washer for each, and a nut on the back side. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the things that hold them down are some of the same screws that you mounted the bar with washers and nuts. So I'm just gonna get started. I'll be back. All right, guys, 6 washers, 6 nuts, and 6 bolts are gonna strap this down right here, just like that. Bolt goes on the top side, washer and nut on the underside, and I'll be back when I put one of them on to show you. All right, guys, I'm back again real quick before I put this on. You're gonna want an extended 1/4-inch drive, 7/16 to put the bottom bolt on these, because you can't really get that other ratchet on there, so the ratchet wrench. So I'm gonna use that. I think I'm gonna use that just because I can, and that's why I got it. Might be a little easier, obviously, to start one of these puppies by hand. Start it by hand if you can. Okay. I'm gonna do all of them by hand first, and that way I can get them all on before I start zipping this thing together. Pretty easy stuff. Just a lot of parts, that's for sure. Kind of wish they came pre-assembled. I'd pay more money for it. I already paid enough, but damn. All right, slap that on there. Do a little on each. I don't know if I want to snug this thing down. Fell out of the sled. Pretty much already there. Just gotta tighten it up. That one's on. Off to the next. Quick and easy. Both of them are on. They're even. They're all squared up, tightened. And I just want to mention, before you start any of this, get yourself a knee pad. And make sure you take the day off from work, or have a day off before you do this, because this is not a fast process. All right, guys, next step is obviously putting these bars into the front bracket that I just bolted on. You're gonna see here on the bottom here, step 2, all those bars are gonna go in. They're all the same. There's 6 of them, 3 on each side. And then the front bar on the very bottom part of that bracket is just a little bit smaller bar for the front that goes out. So 4 bars on each side, and I'll show you how I put them on. Guys, all 4 bars on each side are tightened down. This one's a little weird. It's like leaning a little bit, but when you get the other bars in, it's all gonna straighten out. So, on to the next step, step 3. Alright guys, the next step, it's gonna be hard to see because I'm so close to the camera, but your hoop holes, gotta put these bad boys over them, and it's pretty simple stuff. This part is going to be on the inside of the hoop, and you're going to slide it down until it snaps into place. You're going to feel it. That's pretty much catch it right there. And there's a little tab right here. Just want to push that in because you just need to help it after you slide it on that way. Now this springy, it's what helps you slide all the poles to collapse. So get all these on your tube poles, and I'll see you next time. At this point, after you slide these sleeves on to the inside of the tub, snap them all in, they slide right on. Your hoop poles go right in. You just want to do the same for all of them. They should kind of stand up or fall slowly. They don't want them to be too tight. You can't open and close the shanty easily, so it's not too hard. It says not to put on the front hoop pole yet. So on to the next step, I believe, is going to be starting the seat assembly. I actually assembled all the support bars to hold it all up. That's what it should look like. Now it says after you do that, put the rope in. So I'll tie the rope on, and then we're going to start the seat assembly. All right, guys, this is where the fun part starts. Assembling your seats. This swivels, there's bearings in there. They said to start it at a 45. So you want it looking like that. Set it down. You need 2 of these for each seat. So I'm just starting with 2. Just aluminum pieces. They're gonna sit on here. It's gonna be kind of hard to show you, but they just sit right on there. Try to line up the holes best you can for now. So you really start putting screws in it. You're gonna need 2 of these oval shapes. Okay, so 2 of these. You need 2 circulars for each seat. All right, and now it looks like we're gonna have to use all these bolts to strap these down to this, and then we're gonna screw it into the seat. And then you're gonna end up using most likely 2 of these bars for the seats so they can slide forward and back, side to side. So I will be back when I start to get this together. All right, guys, first step is done. You're strapping these down to the swivel part of the seat. Okay, you're gonna do that for each one. I'm just gonna start with one for now. So if I mess up on this one, I know I don't mess up on the other one. All right, be right back. All right, guys, that was easy. Put these each on. Notice how this side is both the oval side and this side is both the circle side. So that is done. Now I'm going to start. I have to bolt this now to the bottom of the seat, so I'll be right back. I just want to show you the progress. I got these seats assembled on the bottom half, and now we're putting the bars on these brackets. Okay, there's 2 of these, 2 of these. You're gonna put these little end caps through each pole. I stuff them in each pole first on both ends, and then you're gonna slide a bolt through the bottom here, put a nut on top, and you put your little baggy things. I was kind of debating on putting them on, but I kind of enjoy mine. On this one, it holds my rods and stuff. These aren't quite as big, but they can hold little jig boxes, you know, drinks, anything. Kind of a neat little thing to store under your seat. So I have these bolted in. You just put a nut on each hole. It holds the bars in. I believe these are gonna probably mount to the sled from what it looks like. I haven't looked ahead, so I'll show you after. I have to do the other one with these other 2 poles and that right there. So we will be right back. Little update, guys. Put the seats together, and I got one seat latched on over there. Starting to come together. I got to put the front bar on, put this other seat on, and then slap the canvas on top and see how that comes out. And then screw the canvas down. But one thing I want to mention is when you screw this canvas down, you want to make sure you don't have a lot of material hanging off the back of it, because then the front won't come down and sit level with the ice. I did that with this one man I'm sitting on right now, and It's a little tight. I wish I had left a little bit more room so that the front doesn't catch wind when the wind blows. That's one thing you want to make sure you do, because once you put screws through your canvas, you're putting holes in it, so you can't back it out and readjust it. So that's a one-time deal. So I'll show you the next step after I get the seat on. I believe the next step after I get the seat on is to throw the canvas on and kind of fit the whole thing. So we're getting there, almost done. All right, guys, got the cushions on the seats, and front pole still not on because you have to put that through the material. There's a loop in it, and then you slide that through, and then you click them all together. And I'm going to start laying this thing out. All right, guys, got the canvas on. I did not strap the back yet. Kind of just taking a quick look at everything, make sure everything fits right. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good down here. I don't want it to be too saggy in the front, but you also want that front bar touching. It's looking good. And that's pretty much the assembly. Now the pain in the butt part is putting that strip on. They say recommend to put it in a heat gun or put it in hot water, but it's looking good. All right, guys, that is the assembly of the Yukon X Thermal by Clam. It's the 2018 model. Yeah.